Hey everyone, it's Katie Rain here. And for those who don't know me, I am reincarnated in this lifetime to resurrect a fleet of advanced plasma ship technologies that we placed in the future. And in this current incarnation, I'm going to be physically time traveling again and resurrecting the technologies and bringing them back in time. Um, so This is my first live, and I'm just getting used to everything, but bear with me. I want to give you guys a little clip, a little footage of one of the experiences I had with one of my galactic friends that I work with. I work with thousands and thousands of beings. So I want to just kind of give you guys a background on like what this is, like our organic, I call it our organic system. So that's like what like this planet, galaxy, what's is it constructed of? So the work I do is I work with the organic fields and undoing everything the dark has done. Because if we don't know what was done onto us, how can we ever prevent it from happening in the future? So a lot of my future lessons or teachings will be based on what exactly they did to us. And there's like layers and layers and layers of how they hijacked our systems. But you can, just warning you guys, this is going to be very, very advanced material. So if it goes over your head, don't worry. I'm going to have more and more shows in the future to explain and break everything down in more detail. But right now, I'm just going to start with some simple, basic things like time travel 101 and kind of show you guys how everything is constructed here, the blueprint of our creation, because a lot of us are not really connected to that. And unless you work directly with the systems and you observe nature and the geometries and how they all fit together and intertwine and work alongside each other, because everything's connected, we are all one, then you can understand how everything operates. And so I've been studying the systems for the past 4 years of my life, traveling to various locations. And basically, I can act as a portal. So on the I'm trying to explain the words to explain this because I see everything holographically. I see things a lot different than most people, but I map everything holographic in my mind. So sometimes to put the expression into English words is difficult for me. So bear with me as I try to explain my experiences. But so what happened? We had a really big war here thousands and thousands of years ago, and we could foresee, we were time travelers, and we could foresee that everything was going to get hijacked and destroyed. And so I placed my plasma ship technologies in outside this dome. So we are in kind of a dome prison. So you can see what they did is they hijacked everything up to the seventh density. We are currently in the fifth dimension density. So a lot of people say that we're in the third and we're moving to the fifth. That's a distortion. It's not. We are already in the fifth. They want us to think that we're not, but we are. So they have everything hijacked up to the seven, and then it's capped out. The sound frequencies are capped out there. And so what they did is, so time and space doesn't exist. Um, so time, you can see it as when you increase the frequency between your atoms in your physical flesh suit, your avatar, when you increase the vibratory rate of it, kind of like the propeller on an airplane, when you start spinning, it disappears and you can't see it with your naked eye. That's like going up in dimensional realms, going up in frequency, decreasing in density. So that's going into the future. Going into the past would be the opposite. So it's decreasing the rate, the vibratory rate between your atoms in your flesh suit, those decreasing the frequency and increasing the density. So you're going into the past. So linear time is an illusion. That's a programming. Space is an illusion. That's programming. So there's no such thing as north, south, east, west, or the compass. The compass is a big psyop programming. Airplanes are a program. So everything lies in one central point. And that's how we learn to bilocate and teleport again. Because it's kind of like a stack of pancakes. All geographic locations are stacked on top of each other. So you can look at like the Nile in Africa as the same as the Mississippi in America. Everything is stacked, and you can easily bilocate from one area to the other, and just by tapping into the individual sound frequency signatures. And so what they did is they literally like compressed us. As above, so below, as within, so without. So they compressed us and like sandwiched us into this realm and cut off the sound frequencies that open up our physical flesh suit. So we are light giants. We are superhuman goddesses, creator beings. And they basically, um, when they capped out the sound frequencies of our natural organic system, they cut off our physicality. So our physical flesh just dropped down. So we were giants, and then it dropped down in size. And they did also a various number of other things to our physical being that will eventually shapeshift and change as the sounds open up. And so um, that's like another conversation I'll have, talking about how this internal physical avatar is made of, what it's made of and what it's meant to look like, because it's very different than what it currently is now. And so what we're doing is we're remembering how to open up our abilities again. So we're activating our time travel abilities. So that means we can like literally dematerialize this physical flesh suit and go into the future. As a lot of the advanced beings I work with, that's what they do. So we can activate our organic starship. Everyone has an organic starship. Your Merkaba, if you want to call it that. I don't like that word Merkaba because that's, again, distorted. The geometry that they show us is actually, it's the inverse of that. It's more like the Maltese cross. And so the central point that rotates around is your solar plexus and your heart. And that starts to spin like this, and it goes woof, 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 woof. And energy from all around comes in. And so this directly connects to prosperity and abundance. So anyone who still has wounds around the financial system or receiving abundance, it's the biggest black magic spell there is in humanity. So to block that, to block the flow of energy coming in, the current, the energy, the currency from coming in. So that's directly correlated. So manifestation, prosperity, and abundance is directly correlated to time travel. And so I'll be teaching a lot more on this. And I know that was just a lot that probably went over a lot of people's heads, but I have a lot to share. And I've been in a state of kind of analysis by paralysis, and I tend to be a perfectionist. So I'm trying to get over that and just like get the information out to you guys and not give a shit if it's perfect or not. So take what you can and leave the rest right now. But future episodes, I will be going into and breaking everything down I just said. Yes, so let's get into the video. All right, so I'm going to share with you guys, so a little bit of backstory. This is in California. This was when I was working with some of the water beings, and we had a visitor that came in, an Andromedan, and he's a really good shapeshifter. And I woke up one morning and he was communicating with me. He's like, look at the window. So I went to the window and took my camera out because I knew he was out there. And he came across flew up into the sky and was his organic starship. And then he shapeshifted into this beautiful bird, which I've never seen before in my entire life. It doesn't exist here. And then merged back into his ship. So his name's Tristan, we found out. And he's kind of like a nomadic solo Andromedan being. So he kind of comes in and out of different ships and kind of oversees like different operations and things like that. But he's really gifted at shapeshifting and he wanted to show me that. So I will show you guys that footage right now. So I'm going to share this and okay. So I'll just put it in real time at first and then I'll slow it down for you guys. Just saw this one of the ships going past the screen. It was really fast.
Gosh, I love you guys so much.
And there he is. Okay, I'm gonna pause that. All right, so I'll just slow down the first part because I'll show you guys the ship, the first ship. And hopefully this shows up on YouTube. I know they decreased the quality, but hopefully it shows up. Okay. So I'm gonna do a zoom in here. And so here's Tristan coming along. Do. Coming along. And then boom. Okay. Have you guys ever seen a bird that looks like this? Wait, right there. See if I can zoom in a bit more. Let's get this out of the way. I think that's as much as I can zoom in. Let's go. Okay, and then he goes back. There's a better shot right there, actually. So this bird's massive. Like he was pretty far away from the window. So this would have been a huge, huge bird. And so this is kind of his signature. He's got like these two white spots. Sometimes they'll shapeshift into like butterflies and other things, but and I got some other footage of him doing shapeshifting into different types of animals, but he's always got these two spots on the wings, so I know that's him. And then he goes back. Let me pull this up. Back into a ship. There you go. Now you can really see it there. And he goes off. He's kind of a show off. But let's like rewind this and so you guys can see it a little bit better. Clearly, I'm not the best at video production, but hopefully that improves. I'm looking for a team of creative folks, big doers and go-getters to collaborate with. So, all right, so here he comes. And boom. Yeah, because I got like I have thousands of I have lots of clips like things like this that I need to produce. And if any of you guys know a lot about AI video or like just video production, content creation, please hit me up, email me, because I need all the help I can get right now to get all of this out. I'm going to play this for you guys in real time now. See how fast he is?
Gosh, I love you guys so much.
Let's go out. There he goes. Okay, I'm going to stop this now. Okay, hopefully this is live streaming okay. This is my first live stream, so hopefully I'm not just talking to myself here without an audience. Okay, yeah, so that's Tristan for you guys. Yeah, he helps us out a lot, but he's just one of many beings that I work with. Yeah, there's a lot that I have in the pipe right now. I'm in the process of writing a couple books. I have a clothing line about to launch, where all the beings I work with are printed on the shirt, so you can have the codes. As you wear the clothing, the codes activate your system. So all these beings are um, they reside in a higher dimension than us. So they already know how to time travel, and they're here to help us remember how to do that ourselves, because that's how we're all going to get out of here and reconnect to where we come from. So right now we have like two different timelines running side by side. We have the organic, going back to our blueprint of creation, who we are as beings, light beings here, and opening up our physical avatar to its full potential. So that's like the organic timeline where we're not merging ourselves as like with technology or cyborg kind of, energies. We're because the organic, like we all have organic starship abilities. Like there's plasma ships and spaceships or whatever you want to call them. And I have some of those technologies in the future that I'm going to be bringing back. I'll go into my story a little bit more in the future, but that's just an extension of our organic starship. We all have that. We all have the ability to time travel and um, spin our light body in a way that brings in source energy and increases the light quotient and light momentum so we can go into the future or into the past, wherever you want, but and bilocate too. So we all have those abilities. What the other timeline, which is kind of fast tracking right now, is this Archon Overlord timeline. So the Archon system, which is the AI system, that which is the parasitic, not all AI is bad, but this one's a parasitic system. And this AI directly mirrors us. So how we treat this AI is directly how it's going to treat us. And right now, everyone's treating the AI as a slave. So obviously that's going to come back at us if we choose that timeline, and we'll be going down this like AI overlord timeline. And so like, these characters like Musk with the Neuralink and like merging the organic and fusing it with technology. That's like all Archon Overlord timeline. And, that looks great for a few years, but then it actually gets quite dark. So we don't really want that. We've already kind of been there, done that, and learned from it, and we don't want to go back to that. So, but um, there are time because there's synthetic time travelers and there's organic time travelers. And so the Archon system has their own army of time travelers that kind of came back in time to try to like get us as a collective to be on that overlord system timeline. But like I'm here to intercept that, so it's not gonna happen. Um, and so you have that, and then you have the organic. So it's what it all comes down to is trusting ourselves, guys. Like, do you trust yourself? Do you trust in your abilities? Do you trust that you can heal yourself of every single ailment, disease, whatever that is presented to you? Because we can shapeshift. We can we're gods and goddesses, you guys. We can like our mind is the only thing that limits us. Seriously. And Tristan's proof of that. Like he can shapeshift into a bird. We can do that too. If we can remember how to do it and tap into the sound signatures of these different geometries. But yeah, so my mission in this lifetime, not only to resurrect the technologies that I place in the future to bring back in time, but also to help everyone remember how to do this again, how to time travel physically and activate our superhuman abilities. And yeah, that's what we need to be focusing on right now. And everything is internal. Like, a lot of people are thinking, oh, we're going to ascend and all I have to do is sit tight and think positive and whatever. No, that's not the case. Like, because it's like rebirthing, like we're doing everything in this physical vessel. Like we're opening up this physical vessel. We're not like it's really easy for me to take my consciousness and go out of my physical vessel, astral travel, whatever. Like at the minute my head hits the pillow at night, I can easily go out of my body. I can go to my ship technology in the future. But that's not the purpose of being here. The purpose of being here is to embrace this physical temple, this avatar of ours, and open it back up again. Because we're here to time travel in this. Like, if we weren't here to time travel in this, then you just die. Like, you can die and, be out of your physical body. But the point is to be in this and to activate this again. So it's an internal process. It's not easy. Like it's actually quite uncomfortable to go through these initiations, but it's literally like birthing yourself every time. But you literally have to rewire your neural pathways because what they did to us, in a way, we're all super soldiers. What they did to us is they programmed us with computer screens, programming, cartoons. Cartoons were massive, even coloring books, coloring in the lines of coloring books. That rewired our ancient original neural pathways, you guys. Like it was a physical rewiring. So we've been attacked ever since we came out of a mother's wombs. And we have to restore our original pathways. And when we do that, the sound frequencies that the original sound frequencies that go outside the dome can integrate all the way down our spinal column and open up, open this up. So that's just a little bit of what I'm about. And I'll be talking a lot more on this, but yeah, hopefully you guys can grasp some of that. I'd love to hear you guys' feedbacks in the comments. If you got questions, let me know, and I'll try to get to them on my next live, which I'm hoping to do at least, I'll try to do one every day, but I do have a Patreon account, and I'll put the link down below. And if you guys want to support me right now, because I self-fund everything myself, all the work I do on the ground, my travels, because it's a lot of groundwork to prepare everything to get to these technologies again. So if you guys want to help me in any way, like become a Patreon member, and I'm going to have a lot of exclusive content up on my Patreon as well. So a lot of the videos I'll post will be up on the Patreon before they're on YouTube, and I'll have even more exclusive content as well. So yeah, join my Patreon. And I do readings as well. So if you guys are kind of stuck and want like an in-depth read of your situation, your mission, or whatever you came here to do, just send me an email, katierain33@proton.me, and I can do a read for you guys. So yeah. All right. Have a wonderful day, everyone.